Hiya, back again with another greenhouse video update. This was requested with one of my new subscribers, which is Snake Man Stu. So hello to him and thanks for watching the videos. He was asking for another update. So it's been about another 4.5 weeks since I did the last one. So I'll have a quick look in here. This is the smaller greenhouse. If you had a look from the last update, then there's a lot of the plants that's gone from here, and this is pretty much the rumps of the litter. If we have a look down here, this was what I was going to do as some triple twist plants. So it was 3 plants that were going to be entwined into one to make something a bit special and just intertwine them. So yeah, they're a bit stunted, but I just didn't have the heart to chuck them away. So going from left to right, we've got Naranja Picante cross, which has got a few, well, it's got a pod on it and a few flowers. We've got another one which I'm not sure which one it's going to be, but it'll be one of 3. It'll either be a butch tea, a yellow butch tea, or a chocolate scorpion. And there was another one that was going to be a triple plant in there, so I'm not sure what that's going to be. This one here is another stunted growth one. It's one that's not took off very well, and that's Naranja Picante cross. And we've got a Jay's Peach Ghost, which is looking a bit sad for itself as well. At the back here we've got a jalapeno, and that's laden with pods. It's doing quite well and loving it where it is. And we've got a fairly stunted, but there's some pods on it all the same. This is a Naranja Picante cross. So, I don't know if you can make out there. It's hard to see in this sunshine. But starting to get those stingers on them like they did last year. So we'll see if that carries that trait through. Again here we've got another jalapeno. There's plenty of pods on that. With the jalapenos that I've got 4 plants of those this year. There's another one down here. Again, there seems to be a lot of pods on there, and another one inside of the big greenhouse. And I shall be putting the Pro Q smoker into the Weber barbecue and see if I can make some chipotles out of those, either for a sauce or for some powders. Now this was a triple twist again. That was 3 plants fused into one. This one was from Kevin, the lad who reviews with us, with me and Si. Again, not entirely sure what that is. If you can see what it is, purple pods. Don't know whether it might be a purple cayenne. Have a look across here. Now there's 3 plants in total of these, and these are really taking off well. These are the Guatemalan yellow ricotos. If you can remember showing you on the last update. But these have really fattened up well. There we go. One's just starting to turn there. Look all the way across the plant, there's some lovely pods on there. Now, this is non-chili related, but I'm sure if you've been watching the channel, you'll hear me talk about Sichuan pepper flowers. Now this is something different, but it gives you exactly the same buzz, and these are called electric daisies. And I would say it's actually more of an intense tongue zing and numbness to them. I tried one a couple of days ago, and they really pack a good whack. So other than the novelty of sticking them in your gob and chewing them, I don't know what else should do with them. So we'll move on to the next greenhouse. Try and keep the video as short as possible. You can see in here it's really starting to thicken out well compared to there was hardly anything in here last time. So at the back we've got an Archilemo. There's some pods starting to ripen there. Then we've got a carioca. The pods that they've got on these, well, somebody mentioned that they would look a bit like peppercorns, which I suppose they do really. But the bang for buck off these small little pods, the heat off them, I'd say is probably likened to something like a fully grown habanero. They've got a real good burn to them. At the bottom here we've got an India jwala plant. Some pods on there, and pods starting to ripen as well. At the back here we've got a Dorset Naga crossed with a scorpion. Got some lovely pods starting to ripen off there. I've already had the first pod that came off of this, and it had ripened prematurely, and by gum did it pack some wallop to it. There you go, there's plenty of pods in there. So moving on, again we've got the carioca. They've all got pods that are starting to come on. Moving further on, we've got a fatali. We've got some pods in there if you can see. Sorry if the light's not brilliant, I can't see this screen too well. So it's really bright out today. And here we have a UV Moruga. A little pod that's starting to ripen prematurely. None of these are really looking as gnarly and as fat as they did when I saw them from Glenn's Peppers, but there's time yet. Now if we'll have a look further down here, we've got some of the overwintered plants that are really starting to bush out well. If you can remember from the last video, and these were barely twigs. They'd been really hammered with aphid attacks throughout the winter, and I put them in the greenhouse, and bless them, the first week we had the heat wave and they really got scorched, but now they're packing on some size. So this was the mother plant of the Naranka Picante cross. So as of yet, no pods. There's some flowers on there, but no pods yet. We'll move along here. We've got the Infinity, the one from last year. They've got some pods coming on. Masses of flowers all in and amongst them. I'm sure there's some more pods in there. There you go. That's hidden away. Now if we move across to here, then we have got, if I can see it, so that's the Bubblegum 7 from last year. We've had a lot of problems pollinating the flowers on these, so looks as though we might have some that's starting to go. That typical dome shape calyx that's on it, that bleeds red into it. Into the corner there we have got the Dorset Naga cross scorpion, and I don't think there's any pods on there yet. It's hard to see in the undergrowth, but there's quite a few flowers on it. Then we move over to the two biggest plants we've got here that were overwintered, and they're two Carolina Reapers. They've really bushed out well. Really loads of flowers on there, but no pods as yet. Let's have a quick look round. If you look into it, it's absolutely covered in flowers in and amongst it. Well, again, there's time yet for some pods to come on. If only a quarter of these pollinate, then we'll have a good crop off them. This one in the back here is another overwintered plant, and that is the Moruga Scorpion. Again, same again, There seems to be plenty of flowers on there, but nothing has pollinated yet. Getting a bit of flower drop off it. We'll hopefully have a good harvest off that this year. This gangly beast that's down here, this is the pepper dew. Just novelty really, it's no heat to it really. Just to either have as antipasti or as a, yeah, just a bit of something to nibble on really. You can stuff them with cream cheese I think and eat them like that. The next two plants that we've got are the Archie lemons. Now I've grown these every year that have been growing chilies, and yeah, you can't really beat them. Prolific podders. There's one starting to turn there. Great taste, work well in sauces. Nice, fresh and zingy. And then this was the one that was supposed to be a normal finger chilli from Morrison's, and I don't believe I've mucked up the seeds and you know, messed them about, but yeah, that's how they've come out, just like a bell pepper really. So I'm going to take this one off soon and have a bite on it and see what it is. Next one down here we've got is another Carolina Reaper. There's quite a few flowers on there, and we've got one little pod that's just there. And next along we've got the Jay's Peach Ghost, and I grew one of these last season. I really enjoyed the peppers off these. Get really gnarly. If you want to see some gnarly Jay's Peach Ghosts, have a look at the Baron Peter Chiliad Dixon. He grew some corkers last year. They are. And if you're watching Ryan McMobanks, this is the Ryan's Mutation Infinity, and we've got pods on there now. Quite a few. Next along, this was supposed to be a white Fatale. Now I don't know if people can tell me whether they go through into yellow and then turn to white, but it doesn't look like a white Fatale to me. Moving on, next we've got a chili tepin. That's laced with pods as well. If you can see them, all bunched together there. Now moving on down, this is not really doing a great deal at the moment, but this is a monkey face plant. It only needs thinning out, but there's not a great deal of activity from that chap yet at this time. Then we've got another jalapeno, which again has got, oh crap, I've got a bit of damage there, look. Oh well, that'll have to come off. I've probably just done that with my big fat bum turning around. Right, anywho, next one down we've got a Corica Jalokia. That looks really nice. And purple pods on there. Next one down, or next three down should I say, is the Pusa Juala. There's loads of pods on there. Everywhere you look it's kicking out little snake-like pods. Now moving further down we've got the Purple Tiger Cross Apache. This is a nice looking plant with variegated leaves and purple pods on them. And down again we have the Yellow Butch Tea. It's not really doing a deal at the moment. No flowers or pods on it yet. And further on, and the last plant is the Naranka Picante. This is the biggest one that we've got. There seems to be quite a few flowers and pods on there. So there you go. That's another update of the greenhouses. So I suppose we've really got till about September, October, and if the weather carries on like it has been doing, then we should have a corker of a harvest. So again, thanks again for watching another video. I'll be back with you again soon. Cheers.